Hey everyone, it's episode 2 of season 2 of Black Sails. Flint and Silver went on a mission to capture the ore, not to capture the man of war, but they were going to, take out the guy watching so that the rest of them could approach and they could take the ship. The plan went a bit off the rails, but it sort of worked in the end. And they took over the ship, and now they're sailing away, except that Silver thinks that Flint is secretly thinking that he wants to take the ship back, become captain, go back to the beach, get all the gold. I'm on board for that. And we'll see if and how they managed to do this. Maybe through sheer force of will. Because nobody's will is greater than Captain Flint's. And on the mainland, we've got power dynamic ripples. Vane is still in control of the fort. This new guy, Lo, he made his mark in the start of the first episode by killing a bunch of people. Eleanor didn't have a great first episode, emotionally or power related. She felt like she was struggling to handle each situation that she was in. She was handling them. She was handling them all, and she was being firm with them all. But she has so many sides coming at her. She has Vane to worry about. She's got this new captain guy. She's got all the other captains. She's got Jack and Max working against her. It's a whole headache for her. So we'll see how she handles that. And Jack got beaten up. Got his nose broken. Got pissed on. But in happy news, Anne and Max got together. So somebody had a good episode. And we've got some flashback stuff to look forward to. So let's just get back into it. Episode 2. And see what we can see. Okay, somebody's tied. Left for dead. Hey, dude. Just put it over my mouth, please. This dude is a dick.
6 days, they claim, before the sun shrinks the leather so tight that the ribs collapse.
He'll die of dehydration
on the 7th day, you'll
before
rest.
then.
When my men first pulled you out of the sea, I knew right away you were going to be of great value to me.
It's Billy. Thomas.
Everybody needs a partner.
Yeah.
What is it that you believe would truly return Nassau to stable profitability?
Farmers, men skilled in the cultivation of sugar and tobacco,
Okay.
magistrates to maintain order, carpenters to raise buildings, foodstuffs to sustain them all for 6 months, perhaps a year, and an honest governor, the first in recent memory.
About 5 million, I think.
In short, you'd be assembling a colony.
That's his dream.
Oh, and then there are the pirates that we've agreed not to discuss.
I need someone who can help me ensure that Nassau survives.
And you suspect that I'm that person?
Strange pairs, Lieutenant. They can achieve the most unexpected things.
Like you and Silver. The odd couple.
You've offered to help me regain control of this crew. Why would you do that?
Being a pirate on this crew for a little while longer, it offers me an opportunity I don't believe I can find anywhere else on Earth. One big prize. Just one question.
What's the play? What's the plan?
In less than 2 days, I intend to be a captain again. I suggest you find a way of earning your way back onto this crew as well.
Okay.
Captain, word, please.
It's Meeks.
Mr. Meeks! I've heard word you confronted the Guthrie woman. Threatened her? And I wish you hadn't done that. You're recklessly jeopardizing their relationship.
Careful.
Their relationship. It's an uncertain world, Mr. Meeks. Best to live in the now.
Meeks is comfortable speaking out against him, but I wouldn't be. Look at this. Looks like a new dress.
What happened last night? Jesus.
Mm-hmm. She gonna pretend like it was a mistake?
Something so different from what you know, and how frightening it can be. But we respect your wishes, and we can make last night the last time.
It won't be, but okay. What does Jack think? Hey, Randall.
There must be a way. A way to make me essential. They can hate me, they just need to need me.
I like the way he's saying it in
Randall,
your
hurry the
shot.
fuck up. We're waiting. And don't you dare fucking spit in my bowl, Randall.
Cats.
You're gonna do it anyway, aren't you? Randall, that is truly disgusting.
I don't like you.
Be that as it may, it hardly justifies. Who else doesn't like him?
Gonna work his
A moment,
magic.
if I may. We're losing our favorable wind. Now, sooner or later, someone would suggest tacking east around the coast, get ahead of the wind. But I suggest that you resist that plan at all costs.
Is he going to undermine?
Because that route runs right through the common passage out of Kingston. And the men will press to take the first prize they sight.
Is he giving him bad advice?
Why would we shy away from taking a prize?
Because the men aren't ready.
Okay. That was the first chess move.
Is it possible he's fully mad? He isn't mad.
Who's this guy?
You might like him, sir.
His superior?
Actually, I know what you're thinking, but I assure you, sir, my judgment as it relates to this assignment is still intact.
What's going on with these people over here? Why did I keep... What are they laughing at? Punch him.
Liaison to the Hamilton family, that's quite an appointment. Congratulations, sir.
This guy's trouble.
Hold that position for long enough and you might convince everyone you're something more than you actually are.
Bro, what's the point of this guy
status,
doing this?
Hell, I understand if he likes you well enough, he may even let you fuck his wife.
See? What was he expecting?
Enough! If you are an officer in my fleet, I suggest you leave this place.
You see that scene often in TV, where one guy's just like with his buddies laughing and openly mocking you. To what end?
The men saw him as an answer. But now, I fear they cannot see that by supporting him, they may be sowing the seeds of their own destruction.
Are they unaware of the profits he cost them with the Good Fortune prize? Or...
The Good Fortune yielded up a unique item of great value.
Tell her what it is.
The men know where their next distribution's coming from, and it isn't you.
Item? What kind of item?
I really cannot say.
It's a person-shaped item.
Mr. Meeks, I've got business.
I hear you depose captains.
Excuse me.
She has a reputation.
I'm told you have that power, but you have an interest in seeing this resolved as well.
What exactly is happening between you and Anne?
She wanted me out of the inn. What would you have had me do?
Seducing her was certainly an interesting approach.
That is not seduction. That is simply removing the cause of her frustration.
I beg your pardon, but you're asking me to believe that Anne killed 8 men, remove you from that tent, and that she did it all because she secretly wants to fuck you.
Well, maybe. Partly.
Sounds like a crass attempt to drive a wedge between my partner and I.
This upsets you. This threatens you. I am sorry.
Complicated dynamic between those three.
Goddamn wind just won't cooperate.
Flint said to avoid it. Said when it was raised that we should resist the temptation at all costs.
Okay.
He approached me.
They're going to be second-guessing.
Why would he do that? Why attempt
Flint.
to scuttle the idea before any of us have even arrived at it?
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Set the course.
Whatever decision they came to was what Flint wanted them to come to. Now, your turn, Silver.
First item. A certain member of this crew was seen dozing during the night watch. Another member had the opportunity to take 3 pieces from his pocket.
Keep going.
What was that?
It isn't about getting them to like you. It's about reminding them how much they dislike each other.
Sowing
Got up every morning.
Seeds
read
of
his address.
hatred between the crew.
I'll be goddamned if there was a boy in that home who could have lasted a day without it.
Randall?
No one pays him any attention, so he sees everything. He reports it all back to me.
Good luck. With
whatever it is.
Whatever this is.
Yeah. Lo and behold, Meeks
How awkward this is.
on the chopping block.
I just thought to myself, what on earth could Mr. Meeks have to say to her?
I swore an oath to those men to protect them from their captain.
From
themselves,
really?
In which case...
Right here? Really?
You need to walk away from this.
What I do not believe, not at all, not for an instant, is that you have any concern for me.
I can't protect you from this.
That's where she's wrong. Meeks? Yep, right in front of everybody. Meeks could sense the danger to the crew, but not to himself. He was a dummy.
I don't want to see you in my place again. I don't want to see you on my island again. Take your men, take your shit, and seek life elsewhere.
Alright.
If I was that dude, I'd probably just chop his head off. To be safe, to be sure. Too late now. That's a bad cut. That's killer unless it's dealt with.
Don't.
He did. He just doesn't. He's not intimidated by anything.
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other soon.
Do you want to take a walk down to the wrecks? What do you got? Attempt number 2.
Goes on. Volume the 4th.
No, attempt number 4.
Was moving his bows over the side. Chose to wipe with the bare palm of his hand.
Hey. Next.
Next item.
He's got their attention now.
As upon inspection, the dairy goat's anus was irritated from overuse.
You fuck the dairy goat.
See that you don't own up to some things. Yeah, number 4 worked. Okay, ship. Gonna try and take it.
Sugar merchants, most likely.
Sugar, do we want sugar?
Anyone up for a little hunting?
Good sense escaped me for a moment. An insult to the man's wife that had to be answered.
My concern with you, that thing which arises in you when passions are aroused,
You mean being human? That
all
thing?
men have it. But yours is different. Darker, wilder.
Have you seen Lo?
I imagine.
Is he going to try and take control during the battle? When things are going badly? He'll be like, okay man, listen to me.
Took me a while to get a feel for this part of it. You gotta show your colors at just the right moment to get them to strike theirs.
Okay, he's counting on his inexperience.
Hold your breath, lads.
We do have a massive warship. How badly could you mess it up? Nope. White flag. Yeah, don't do what Lo did. That's my advice.
This is the most dangerous part. His mind is drowning in questions. Did I make the right decision? You hope that he doesn't realize that the thing that he thought he was surrendering to, the thing that drove fear into his heart the moment he saw the black.
He's like, Dufresne, we can take this guy.
That thing is nowhere to be found.
He said, are you him? Are you Captain Flint?
You do not want to test us.
They don't fear ships. They don't fear guns. They don't fear swords.
Ooh. Yep. All hell's gonna break loose. Well, we're gonna be a bit light after this one. As long as the guy with the teeth survives, I don't care.
Suppress the front line!
We have lost the day!
Let's get out of here.
Let's get underway!
Why the fuck are we waiting for him?
Because he's in charge here!
No one is in fucking charge here!
You have to sink her. You cannot just escape, you have to sink that ship.
Open fire. Get distance.
Cut us loose, get us on the way.
And then
Cut us loose!
kill it.
Gun crews at the ready!
Ooh.
Crews at the ready!
Yeah. My friend, he took first lead on that. You've lost it, Dufresne. You're screwed. Plan successful.
I suspect it's only a matter of time before he makes a move against me. You want me to believe that you have some concern for me?
I believe it.
Show it. If you need something to induce your men into action. I know his crew hold an asset from their lost prize that they deem of great value.
What asset?
I don't know.
It's a pretty lady. Anna's like, have you ever considered, Jack, a threesome? You know, she's just gone off to see Max. Jack will notice that she's gotten up and left. I have no doubt. He's a light sleeper, as I am. We know how Anne feels. We know how Jack feels. I don't know how Max feels. If she's just taking advantage of this situation. It's not the connection she had with Eleanor.
What I've found, in my experience, is the more elusive puzzle, the more painfully obvious its ultimate solution. You have a wealth of leads, but no means of exploiting them.
He's business.
And risking retaliation. The solution is so obvious. You will provide all leads derived from this place directly to me. I will judge which to prosecute. Anne and I will then take those chosen leads, we'll procure a ship, we will recruit men, and we will create from nothing a new crew, from which we three will each hold a share.
What do you think?
And one more thing. Darling, I can understand why you wouldn't want to tell me about this, but please know that all I've ever wanted for you is to be happy.
Ooh. That's strangely sweet.
Come to bed when you're through.
That went well. Everything's going well in this episode.
As I sit here,
What does he do with this guy? Does he kill him?
I'm forced to consider that you orchestrated it all.
Obviously.
Dad.
Congratulations, Captain.
I want to watch the next one, but I can't. That was episode 2 of episodes. That was episode 2 of episode 2 of Black Sails. A happy episode. Few people died, but and yeah, Eleanor's main guy, the one, like her. Oh, I don't want to call him her bodyguard, but her go-to guy who brings her messages and kind of. He's like a bouncer. He got straight through the throat, presumably fatally. Don't know how you survive with that. He's not going to have a speaking role anyway if he does survive. Yeah. Flint orchestrated. I had no idea how he's going to get back to ship, and I wouldn't have thought of this, I don't think, to give Dufresne advice on avoiding a certain way to go, because that would lead to a ship that the crew would want to take, and they weren't ready to take it, knowing that his hubris, as he uses that word, would make him actually go that way in order to prove to Flint that he does have what it takes, and in the end he didn't. And it wasn't due to, raising the flag at the wrong time. It was the presence. He didn't have that gravitas when he was standing on the deck with the other captain. Flint was saying that that's the most dangerous moment, when the other captain is thinking about all that he's about to lose, and was it the right decision to surrender? He's weighing up the other guy. He's not thinking about all the guns on the other ship. He's thinking about the guy. He's thinking about who has taken this from me, and is that, how do I feel about that? And in the end he was like, this guy isn't Flint. This guy's nobody. And then his crew rebelled. They all died in the end, but yeah. And then Flint took control of the ship during the key moments. He made the clear decisions when Dufresne just shut down. He couldn't make choices anymore. And that's how he got back his captaincy. Because that one dude, he was like, Nobody's in control. We don't have a captain. And it's true, like, of all the people, Dufresne wasn't the obvious... Well, he was last man standing to get promoted to captain, but he wasn't captain material, at least not at the moment. Gates would have been. Even Billy would have been. Speaking of Billy, that was him at the start, right? Washed up on the beach, getting taunted by the dude with the water. Knew Billy was alive. If that's not Billy, then he sure looks like Billy. A little bit more backstory. Not too much, actually, this episode. Mostly in darkened chambers. Nothing too interesting, I don't think, in this episode from the past. We didn't see Mrs. Barlow or much of Thomas. Yeah, and Jack. He lost his name. All he has left is his wit. And that's all he needs. Starting from nothing. He's assembled his crew of 3 so far. Himself, Max, and Anne. He's going to use Max's intel to build back up. I like it. And I like that he showed that he cared about Anne. He didn't... There's no... They usually bicker a lot, but... and I like their bickering. I like their friendship. And he really loves her, you know? I think he showed that. He's like, this is what she needs. She needs to go to Max. Okay. Now let's get down to business. I like that. So yeah, we still have our warship. We don't have any sugar. But we do have it back, and now what are we going to do? Are we going to go straight back to the beach? Are we going to get some supplies? Restock? I don't know. Oh, and Silver using the gossip that he was getting from Randall, who had his ear to the ground, to make the crew, remind the crew that they don't particularly like each other. Starting some bust-ups. As Flint was saying, good luck with whatever this is. It was a bit of a strange play, I think. I still can't quite get my head around it, how it worked. But it did. He didn't even need to do it, because once Flint's got control back, he could just, Silver's pretty safe then. Sure, we started off in season 1 with Flint would kill Silver at any opportunity. And he needed to side with, Silver needed to side with Eleanor to get her to sort of protect him. But he doesn't need that anymore, because he sided with Flint too often. And I think Flint would see him as a potential asset, even if he has nothing to add right now. In the future, if any shit goes down, if anything goes wrong, he knows he has a guy. I'm not saying he's the new Gates, that sort of loyalty, because Silver will always look after number 1, whereas Gates will not. Gates was very much a good dude, thinking of the crew, a bit like Meeks. Meeks in this episode, bit of an idiot. You don't talk shit to a guy who's staring at you in the face without a care in the world, because he will cut your head off without a care in the world. What were you thinking, Meeks? So, I'm thoroughly enjoying the start to season 2. 2 episodes down. Something to go. Let me check. 8 to go. And looking forward to more. I like this show. It's not too heavy with... You don't have to... Some shows you have to pay attention really closely to know what's going on. Some shows you don't have to pay attention to at all. And they're so bad that the decisions that are made are just... like you're like, what is the show? Why are they doing this? This doesn't follow, this doesn't follow. But this has a good blend. Good, nice... nice little twists, you know, not twists, but little sneaky plans and plots that aren't hard to follow and that are entertaining to watch. It's, yeah. So that's that. Episode 2's down. Thank you. You fine peeps for watching. And does anybody watch to the end of this? I don't know. But if you do, you're my favorite. After the guy with the teeth, you're my favorite. So...